So, welcome to the internet's favorite wrestling podcast. We are wrestling.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. And this week, it's personal. It's personal. And we're going to kick it right off with what everybody is talking about. The fallout from Vengeance Day.
Yes, sir. That shit was crazy.
Wait, no one is talking about the fallout from Vengeance Day? What? No one? It's just me? It's just us? What?
I was talking about it. Like, I liked that shit.
Oh, yeah. We definitely like this shit. But, yeah, it starts off with Mello. And Mello's out there, and Mello's talking. And he, first off, the funny part is he starts to poke fun at Carmella, who for some reason, Carmella got mad at him for quote unquote using her stuff. She's like, those are my lines. You're losing my lines. Because his thing is Mello is money and Mella is money. She hasn't been around, so he was using it. She wasn't saying anything. And all of a sudden she starts saying stuff. And they just start going back and forth. So he started off with making a joke about that. And I was like, kind of funny.
Like, as soon as, it hit off with him, that's when she had a problem with it.
Basically. So then he says he wants to go for the NXT World Championship. And then here comes JD McDonough, who finally got his visa issues settled. And McDonough is back, and he's ready for a fight. And he says, Mello, you're not going for the championship, pal. It's going to be me. Haha.
Like, what the fuck? Like, didn't you have already 5 fucking chances?
Yes. So then we see Keyana James and Fallon Henley. They're coming out. But behind them is something that a lot of people have totally missed. There was a girl and a guy back there, and the girl is taking pictures with the guy, and they're doing shaking hands and all of this, and so automatically it's like, oh, they're just regular people backstage, right? No, the way WWE frames stuff, because it's an actual framing trick that's in movies and TV shows, that you frame something with something behind it that is like a clue to you. And it's like, if you're actually paying attention, you're like, oh, I see the clue. We've talked about it many times on here before, that it's like stuff that is like a little clue. Like the Sami Zayn thing. The Sami Zayn thing, when I said he sat down behind the Universal title and it was framed that way, it was a clue to say, this is going to be a title match, guys. Look, here's a clue. It's here. And the person behind him, I don't know if it was I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with the story, but it might not.
You definitely picked up on the Sammy thing, so this has to be something big.
Yes. So Fallon and Keyana are arguing, and they're arguing about, hey, listen, you should tell him. You gotta tell him. You gotta tell him. And she's like, well, not right now. And they walk into a room, and the guys throw them a big-ass party for winning the championship. So it's like, okay, this is going to get really sticky. It's going to get really sticky. And I feel like it's going to come out like we said on the podcast last time, that it's going to be a total fucking swerve.
It's going to be fucking Briggs and Fallon to be the heels in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
The brother actually is going to be a brother and whatever, which is still never real to be a brother, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that shit's going to be crazy.
So then we get a call back to the media call where Shawn Michaels was on the media call, and Grayson Waller came in and said, hey, the reason I'm not getting a title match is because I'm not one of your guys, huh? I should be one of your guys. And it's like, okay, well, this is stupid. It was really fucking dumb.
Right?
So then we get Sol Ruka versus Zoe Starks. And this is all because Sol Ruka said something to Zoe Starks and they're beefing. And Zoe's like, no, I'm better than you. And so I'm thinking, okay, Sol Ruka's gonna get the win. She's gonna beat her, right? No, not that's not happening. Nope, that's not how this works. But it has to, right? No, that's not how it works. Zoe Starks beats Sol Ruka. And you're like, oh, well, that sucks. And then Zoe starts to start beating up Sol. And then Sol does the Soul Snatcher to Zoe. And it's like, why couldn't y'all just let her win instead of doing this dumb shit after the match? I mean, it's a great move, but I mean, you should have just let her win.
Like, are they trying to position Zoe as like the next contender or something? I guess.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen because it's like there's nobody else that's a contender for Roxy, and it would be a good match because, like, don't get me wrong, Zoe Starks can wrestle. She can wrestle her ass off. It's just her gimmick does nothing for me because her gimmick is weird. It's like 1 minute I'm happy to be back. The next minute I'm angry. No one's paying attention to me. What the fuck is going on here? So then we get back to the party and Keyana is telling, like, is about to tell, and then Fallon is saying, you know what? You just wait. And it's like, okay, they're enjoying the party, and then we see Not So Pretty Deadly.
How about that?
That was so fucking hilarious. They came out and they just like looked like complete shit, and they just were there. And then all of a sudden they bump into the Chase, you guys, and Chase is like, this is supposed to be my moment because it was in my city and you ruined it. So we're gonna fight tonight and I'm gonna prove that I'm better. And it's like, okay, cool. I didn't care.
Me neither.
So also a thing that I also didn't care about was Dabba-Kato beating up Dante Chen. I did not give zero fucks about this.
I didn't either, but props to you that you picked up that they like switched back to his name.
Yes.
Like he's no longer Aziz and whatever. You picked up on that real quick.
Yep. So Dabba-Kato wins, and then friend of the show, Quinn McKay, interviews him, and she says, why did you do what you did to Apollo? And he says, Apollo knows what I did, and that's why I did what I did on Saturday. And I was like, that made no sense. Like, that made no sense at all. Oh my God, that was so dumb. It was like this show had a million plots. I feel like it's all gonna get like filled in eventually, but it had like a million plot holes.
I feel like when that segment was done, I felt like I said out loud, like, what the fuck was that?
Exactly. It was so dumb. So then we get Isla Dawn, and she comes in, and Tatum Paxley is there with Ivy now, and Isla Dawn says, you did it. You attacked Nikita Lyons. And Tatum's like, dog, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't do anything. Why am I being blamed? Because you did it. You were the one who did it. I know you did it. So Isla winds up challenging her to a match. And so they leave. And Ivy and the Tree Brothers both go, if you did it, just say that you did it. Like, we don't even care. Just say that you did it. Like, that's some real fucking friendship that they're like, yo, I don't even care if you actually did it. If you did it, just say you did it. It doesn't even matter. I was like, that's friendship.
I see that point, but at the same time, you're accusing me, dog. Like, just because they said I did it, you're gonna go with that narrative.
That's true. Cause like there
so
was
like,
no reason.
It has a good, but it has a bad too.
Yeah, like there was no reason for them to just go with it. It's like, it's so bad. So speaking of bad, we get the TikTok Toxic Tag Team who are angry about losing their title. So they're talking to Roxy and they say, you won your match, but we lost ours. So we can beat you up, but you don't have any friends. Ha ha. And Roxy was like, well, I could call a friend, and maybe if she picks up, then we could have a tag team match next week. And the weirdest thing about the way that they make Roxy look, like they make her look like the most broken, needy person in the world when she's the champion, and just like every time she gets into like a situation, she's like, oh, you're a loser. She gets into the match and just destroys whoever she's against. And it's like, so why do you keep making her look like a loser when she's just going to destroy whoever she's against? Like, she's like a dominant weapon and she's just like, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of like an anime character. Like, you look at it like they're so weak and like pathetic. And then when they get in the fight, they're just like the most powerful OP person in the world. You're like, oh shit.
Like a One Punch Man or something like that, where like on paper you look like you could beat the motherfucker's ass, but like you piss him off, he got you.
That's her. And it's like, what the fuck? So then we had Tatum Paxley versus Ivy Nile. I mean, not Ivy Nile. I mean Isla Dawn. So Tatum is doing a lot of shit that I'm like, hold up, when the fuck did you wait? I'm paying attention to you before. Like, what are you like? Why can you do all this crazy shit? And she was doing all this crazy shit, and then she lost, but like she had to lose. It wasn't like she was gonna win. But it's like, what the fuck? Why are you doing all of this cool shit?
Yeah, at least the match was enjoyable, you know. Like they could have just squashed her.
Yeah, and then Ivy came out to help her because Alva Fire was gonna kick her ass in a 2-on-1, but nah, she helped her. So here's something else that like a lot of people totally forgot because it was just like a very quick frame. Somebody pulled up in a Mercedes, got out of the car. We never seen who that person was.
You know what? We didn't. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and some people are like, oh, it was Ilya Dragunov. And I was like, no, that person was a woman. That was not Ilya Dragunov. And also, if it's Ilya Dragunov, it didn't make sense because what he was wearing was not what the person was wearing getting out of the car.
He had like a black suit, if I'm not mistaken. Whoever came out had a white suit.
No, it was the person who came out had a black suit, but they had black suit and different pair of shoes than Ilya Dragunov had. So that's what's bothering me. It's like, that's not Ilya Dragunov. You just said that because he had on black. And I was like, that wasn't him. So that's another NXT plot hole that needs to be fucking fixed.
That one I think was done on purpose, though.
I hope so. So then we get Mello versus JD McDonough. Great match. And that's when Ilya Dragunov comes out, and Ilya Dragunov scares the shit out of JD McDonough. And Mello gets the win. And so now we have Ilya Dragunov back in the mix. And it's just like, the way that he looked at Mello after Mello was sitting there, it was like, oh, that should be Mello's first opponent when he wins the title.
I'm okay with that, actually.
Yes. And then we had an extremely funny thing with Tiffany Stratton, Renegade's favorite wrestler, and Thea Hale. Because this is one of the times where Thea Hale is just like, shows her fucking acting skills. And like her being a ball of energy, it just like she is a perfect character because she makes the scene, like every time she's in the scene, she makes it. And it's like, dog, like she's a perfect character. She belongs here. Like she belongs in wrestling, period. It's like this girl is awesome.
Wanna know my theory about her?
What's the theory?
That ain't no character, dog. That's actually her. She's actually like that in real life.
I hope so. So she's yelling at Tiffany about the whole fucking her tweet about Chase U, and then all of a sudden she just gets kidnapped. And it's so funny because Tiffany is standing there and Tiffany is looking in the mirror. She just turns around as she's getting kidnapped and goes, and just turns back around like, what? Like, she's gonna let her get kidnapped? That was so fucked up.
Like,
so then we get the entrance to the building of Gigi and JC. We'll talk about their segment later and go into some things about that. So that was. So then we get to the next scene, more about the whole Zach brother thing, more about that, and Jensen is talking about, hey, Valentine's Day, me and Fallon are gonna go, not Fallon, Keyana gonna go out, we gonna do something crazy, yay! Okay, all right, pal.
Briggs seemed happy for him though, like at the moment.
Yes. Like, I can't wait till this whole thing falls out, but it won't be till after they lose the tag titles.
Yeah.
So then we get Valentina Feroz with Wendy Chu versus Lyra Valkyria. So the whole thing is, before the match, Elektra Lopez told Valentina Feroz, she said, listen, you got to cheat to win. And Wendy Chu's like, she doesn't need you. So in the middle of the match, Elektra throws the knuckles to Valentina. And Wendy's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Please, don't do it. And she had them in her hand, but Lyra beat the shit out of her. And the one thing that made me like smile really big was when Lyra pinned her, Lyra grabbed her arm, the one with the brass knuckles, and held it down while she was pinning her. So no, she could swing at her from one, like, I'm going to hold your hand down. You're not going to swing at me. I
just
like
in case.
Yeah. I love that. That was so good. So then we get a Wesley video package of the whole day. His wife shows up, and I actually got a little bit emotional with this because it's like, oh my God, the way that she's putting him over and talking about him, I'm like, wow, like he kind of feels like he deserves this.
Which he does, in my opinion.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So then Mackenzie tries to interview him, and Tony D'Angelo comes up and says, hey, you should thank me and Two Sack Dimes for keeping your title. Because we came in and interfered against Dijak, so you kind of owe us. So Wesley does an impression of them and says, well, if you two want the title, then one of you has to pick next week because it's an open challenge. And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then we get Odyssey Jones. And he comes back, like, I feel like this guy is wasted. Like, they did nothing for this guy. They bring him back and he faces Two Stacks Dimes, and Two Stacks Dimes beats him. And it's like, how the fuck did you lose to Two Stacks Dimes? Like, what the fuck?
In like a squash type manner. Like, I could see, like, he fucking, like, cheated and whatever, which if he cheated, like, I didn't notice it.
He didn't. That's the bad part. He didn't. Then we get Tyler Bateman, and Tyler Bateman says, hey, I want to fight Grayson Waller. And I'm like, why would you even subject yourself to doing that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Apparently something.
Yeah. So we get Indo Shearer and Jinder Mahal, and they say, we want gold. And Jinder Mahal makes it plain as day, we all want gold. Me included. What the fuck? Like, why do you want gold? Go somewhere.
So, are we considering him part of in this year now? I guess.
No. He's going for his own gold. He's going to go for the North American or the world title. I just don't.
I know that, but is it going to be like a what you call it, like an undisputed era type of thing, where like all three of them try to hold gold together?
Yeah, it's going to be something like that.
Yeah.
So then we get Roxy leaving, and she says, "I made a call, and my friend's going to be Mako Satomura." It's like, you just picked the most violent person to kill two people who are just like easily killable. Why?
Like you realize she doesn't even got to be in the match, right? Like she could like let her like beat everybody up and just stand there.
Yes. So
Roxy has to chill.
Right. So then we get Chase U comes out and the Unpretty Deadly come out, and they are so broken. They don't. The funny part is like they didn't lose the tag titles. They just lost a match, and they just look so disheveled, and they are like so messed up. Their hair's messed up. They're walking slow. They botched their entrance. They can't even do the point. It's like, oh my god, this is so great. So Chase U starts beating them up. They're missing. Fucking Pretty Deadly is missing spots, getting their asses whipped, and you're just like, okay, dude, like this is too good. And then like all of a sudden, one goes for a spot, and he misses, but his friend catches him, and he smacks his arm, and he hits Chase, and they look at each other for a second. They stop. It's like, we're back! Yes, boy! And then it's get back on a roll. And it's like, oh my god, this is so good.
They just needed like a little bit more confidence, like for this. Like they were out of it.
Yes, and this was so good. And then Thea Hale runs out with makeup on her face and a new shirt, and she's screaming, just don't let him get me! Don't let him get me! Don't let him get me! And Chase goes over to check on her, and Duke Hudson gets hit with spoiled milk. And 1, 2, 3, pretty. Huh?
Wasn't it the other way around? Duke went to check on her, and
yeah,
Chase
got beat up. But it like, so I know where this is going because like this is the whole Schism versus the Chase U thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they might have corrupted Thea. Like, I feel like Thea might be corrupted.
Evil Thea?
Yes, I would love that. So
that's gonna be something. Like, I hope they don't change her gimmick too much, man.
I hope not, but it will be funny.
Yeah.
So after the match, Pretty Deadly sees Gallus, and they basically are going for the tag titles. Then we see Drew Gulak and Hank Walker. Hank Walker's back there, and he says, "Drew, you got me some new clothes? I can't wait to try these on." And then Charlie Dempsey comes in and says, "Hey, I'm going to beat you in those new clothes." And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, can we get something new for all of these people? Please. Like, either stick him with the crew or just, like, stop this shit completely. Please, just, God damn it, move on. Move fucking on. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so tired of this shit. So, then we get to the main event segment, which is not a match, it's just a main event segment. Okay, I hope it's good, but the first thing I did was pick up my WWE magazine that came out 2 weeks before, and it said, the split up of the Rockers. That was, why did they say split up of the Rockers? They're still together. And then 2 weeks later, Barbershop happens. Ding dong, hello. This is not the Barbershop. This is Ding dong, hello. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, why would anybody think that was a thing? That's weird. That's extremely weird. So Bailey brings out toxic extraction. And if you notice, both of them are wearing they're wearing regular clothes, but they're wearing clothes that are like diametrically different. And you're like, okay, that's weird. And they come in the ring and they go through the door, and Bailey says, "You're the first people to ever go through the door." And I'm like, that's a lie. That is a lie. Seth Rollins went through the door.
I was just about to say that. Like, Seth did it.
Yeah, like Bailey's a liar. Okay. So Bailey talks about, hey, you two have beef. So they start beefing with each other. And they start talking about how one was carried by the other and this and that. And then all of a sudden, Bailey says the magic words, well, if you two break up, where are you two going to be? You kind of need each other. And Gigi says, yeah, well, I don't know where I would be without you, JC. JC says, yeah, I mean, I don't know where I would be. And then JC says, you know what? Screw this. We're going to take over the tag team division. We're going to get this shit together and we're going to do this. It's like, yeah, bet. And then Bailey says, hug it out. They hug it out. They get up, they stand there, and it's literally a snapshot back to 1991. It's literally bar for bar, the whole flow. They stole Shawn Michaels' whole flow. It was bar for bar. Everything was like, even when you see it in picture form, you're like, this is exactly the same. This is exactly the same. There's no difference. And JC holds up Gigi's arm. She super kicks the shit out of Gigi. It just beats the hell out of her, throws her into the fucking door in the most brutal door kick I've ever seen. JC boots the shit out of Gigi's face in the door. If you see Gigi's face, it is completely fucked up. It's like, Jesus Christ. I thought she broke Gigi's face. So,
like, props to her for taking that shit. Like, I would be out of action for that after that.
Right? So, with the breakup of Toxic Extraction, it literally falls back to our conversation on the three-way of how people see it. And Renegade, with the rest of the wrestling community, have decided Gigi is the star. Gigi is the star. Gigi is the girl. And I, with a very few minority of fans, say JC is the girl. JC is the girl. And now it comes down to this, which I have to ask you. Do you still think that Gigi is the more special one?
I'm gonna say they botched this because if you notice when they came out and whatever, they were cheering JC and booing Gigi,
which is very funny because that is the opposite of what they were doing at Vengeance Day.
Yes. So like JC should have been the face in this situation. So with that said, like, the way they're working it out, I think we're still right. Like, Gigi's gonna be the star because, like, she's gonna, like, overcome the odds and all that, like, get revenge, yada yada yada. You know, not to say that JC's gonna, like, be outshined. They're both gonna shine probably equally. But you know, JC, like I said from the beginning, Gigi has more of the gimmick.
Yes, but like I have been in love with JC. I don't mean just because she looks beautiful. I've been in love with JC because I've always said it, and every time I've always picked somebody and been like, they have something. It's something that I see, and it's been JC with the whole. Every time she's in a promo, she steals it. Every time she's in a match, she steals it. JC has something. JC is something that JC has. I don't know what she has, but she has something, and it feels like in the future, she will be a fucking shining star. She has something. I don't know what it is. It's something about JC that, like, when she's talking, like, she can steal the promo. And, like, every time she does it, it's like, okay, there's something about her. Like, even when they were all together with Mandy, Gigi, and JC, it was always JC that was saying something weird and had your attention when it's like, why do you have my attention? What did you say? Like, what did you do that just made that good? And then in the ring, her facials and her actions, it's like, she has something. And, like, I've seen it with Cora and I've seen it with other people, and it's like, this person has something. It's just needed to be brought out. And I will see if it actually gets brought out. But because of the way the turn happened, there was a lot of fans that just immediately was like, Gigi is the star, and she's gonna, like, save the division, and Gigi's this and Gigi's that. And I'm like, we will get to see, because now they're both on opposite sides. We're gonna see both of them shine and take off. So this is gonna be great.
The only suggestion I have, though, and like not a right now thing, but whenever they get called up, one go to SmackDown, one go to Raw. That way, one doesn't outshine the other per se. You know?
Yes.
They have their own flow.
But here's how I want them to do it when it comes to this call up. I want them to get called up, but I want them to leave something unfinished in NXT. I want them to have a couple matches, and, like, right as they're about to go for their last match, they get called up on two separate shows. And, like, they get separated, and you're like, they never finished the thing. And then at the Royal Rumble, they clash, and you're like, oh my God, that's right, they never finished this. So they clash, and you're like, now everybody is like, that's right, they never finished their feud. They should finish their feud. And then they go to, like, a WrestleMania or some big event, finish the feud. And that would make it worth it for me, because it's like, they both got called up, they both on separate shows. You keep the feud alive by having them on separate shows, but at Royal Rumble, they clash, make you remember that it exists, and then you want the finish. So that's the only way I would book it.
Yeah, I love it when, like, storylines are booked that way. Basically, it's pretty much long term in a sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get more personal, because we're gonna go to AEW, and it starts off with Konosuke Takeshita versus MJF. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm not gonna lie. This was a good match. But it was very hilarious to watch a lot of people, myself included, go, where the fuck was this MJF the whole fucking time?
Right?
And I know
like
some
that
people
oh my God.
Yes. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, you wasn't familiar with his earlier work. Bitch, if you excuse me for a second, we've been watching him since House of Hardcore. We've been watching this little bitch since House of Hardcore, MLW, and him growing up. We've been watching this little bitch, and we've never seen this. And we're like, where the fuck did this come from? Because I heard somebody say that, was like, oh, you wasn't watching MJF back then. And it's like, bitch, you didn't even know where he came from. Like, you can't tell me you were watching him back then. You didn't even know he worked at House of Hardcore when you could barely hear what the fuck anybody was saying, and you had to fucking make out what was going on. You can't tell me,
right?
Fuck out of here. Like, we've watched MJF almost as much as his career as, like, we possibly can. So this was like an MJF that, like, is an evolved version of MJF. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about, oh, he used to be like this. He was not like this. We've watched this shit. He was not like this. Cut it out.
Nah, that shit came out of nowhere. Fuck that.
Yep. And MJF beats Takeshita, and after the match, he busts Takeshita open with the ring. So at this point, I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it. It was a blood spot. Blood, all right. This wasn't that bad. I'm like, all right, this wasn't that bad. Blood's not that bad. All right, cool. Let's go, whatever. Fuck it. So he's beating the shit out of him. Bam, 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 bam. Here comes Bryan. Runs off MJF. All right. So then we get a Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe shows up and says, hey, I'm the king of television. And I don't give a fuck what goes on, but I'm the king. Ha. So this like all of this is normal, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But then like I read a quote from Jeff Cobb, and Jeff Cobb was like, yo, I lost the TV title, the Ring of Honor TV title, but I never got my rematch. And I'm like, and at first I was like, yeah, and I was kind of like, you got your rematch. I remember you getting your rematch. And then I remembered that happened at the New York show for New Japan and Ring of Honor. And I was like, no, he didn't get his rematch. He never got a fucking rematch. You're right. And like him saying that was like, So he wants his rematch, and I'd say, fuck it, give Jeff Cobb his goddamn rematch.
That's gonna be an interesting fucking match. Yes, boy.
So then we get Hater hits harder as she hits the bunny a little bit too hard and fucks up the ending of that match. Like, did you see that? Like, it was a botch. It was an accidental botch, and she fell on Bunny's face, and then like they had to go home real quick because like it was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, she hits a little too hard and fucked her up.
Yeah, like too much of strong style right there.
Yes. So I have to ask you this about this segment and about the stupidness of this. So we get Toni Storm and Saraya beating the shit out of Blue Pants, and they spray an L on her because she's a loser. And the AEW women are losers. So everybody has been asking this question. How do you feel about Toni Storm and Saraya? How do you feel about them as a tag team in this gimmick? How do you feel about it?
Before, like, 'cause I wanted to ask you something about this segment too. So before I answer that question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Wasn't fucking Leva Bates in WWE also? So she should be part of them.
Yes. Like this whole thing is stupid, and I've said this since the beginning and inception of this. This fucking thing is stupid. Like, this whole thing is stupid. This whole feud is stupid. Everything about this is stupid. Not the women involved. They're great wrestlers. This whole scenario story is stupid as shit. And now a lot of people are saying the same thing. It's like, okay, we gave it like 5 seconds and nobody is feeling it. And it's like, it sucks. It fucking sucks. And I just wish that they would do something better, but it fucking sucks.
It's like the WCW invasion angle. Like, it's done wrong. Like, that group, and just off the top of my head, it's probably more, right? Mm-hmm. It should be Saraya, Toni, Ruby, Blue Pants, but that's the way what she was called in WWE, and Tay Mello, because they all were in WWE. There's probably more than, but those are the main 5 I could think of right now.
Athena, like there's a lot of them. So like, it's really stupid.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I didn't like this segment. Now,
yes. So then we go backstage and we get an interview from MJF, and the funny part about this was when this popped off. I seen a lot of my timeline. I've seen a lot of takes. I've seen the first takes when it first came out. This promo, the first takes I've seen come out was, "Oh, this is another Katie Vick." And I was like, you know what? This is kind of like a Katie Vick thing. And then I seen a bunch of other people that are like, writers was like, oh my God, this was such a great promo. And I'm like, no, we're not going to go there. They're like, no, this was so great. And then I seen today that 300 people got so worked was like, MJF tried to kill a girl. And they had an accident. And the police were like, please stop calling. This is a fucking wrestling show. Nothing like this actually happened. Please stop calling. Just please stop calling. It was so infuriating. But what we're talking about is MJF cuts a promo about how bad of a guy he is. That he's seen some girl named Liv. And Liv was a dark-skinned girl. Well, not dark-skinned girl. He said she was darker than me. And she was this. And she was so fine. And she was older than me. And I asked her out. And she gave me head. And then we swerved. And I crashed the car. And Liv was unconscious. And I put Liv in the driver's seat because I had 16 tickets. And I got on the other side, and Liv took the rap for it. That's the kind of evil man I am. And I'm like, what? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Like to me, it was like
do anything.
Yeah, and it's like he's talking about that's how bad of a guy I am. I'm like, that doesn't make you a bad guy. Like, nothing. That sucks. Like. That was like a stupid example of trying to do something. It's like nothing about that made sense. It was like it was so fucking dumb. It was so dumb, and
evil. It made you a douchebag, but they make you evil.
Yeah, and like he just acts like, yeah, that's the type of guy I am. And Bryan, you can't wait to see what I'm gonna do to you. I'm like, dude, you didn't make me like. There was no fear in my heart. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like that makes no sense. I was so baffled, and that's another thing where I like. There's so many writers out there, and once again, this is not indicative because the internet's not a real place, and this is a model that I've learned recently. But it's like a lot of people were like, "That's such a great promo. MJF is masterful. That is great," and I'm like, "No, it wasn't. It was not. It was not."
This place needs writers.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like, it was just so bad. And people were like, that was masterful telling. And it's like, nothing about that was good. Shut up. Like, you're just being a writer. Like, and I'm not being a tribalist. I'm just literally saying, I'm pointing out when something is bad, and that was bad. And people are just like, no, it was great. And it's like, why are you saying that's great? Like, it wasn't bad. It's bad.
Like he could have said like he killed a dog or something like that, which is like still a crappy story, but it's better than that.
Yeah, it could have been so much better. So you know what? Like the most hilarious thing that come out of this and made me laugh is Liv Morgan, and I know people are like, "What?" Yeah, the girl was named Liv. He told this story. And then people showed the picture of him and Liv Morgan from like last year at a party. And like, yeah, and like people are saying like, it like they're making up theories because it kind of could be true because she was in Jersey, he was in like New York, close to Jersey. They could have like went to some high school. They could have bumped into each other. It's like a possibility because like. It's a thing. It could have been a possibility. And people are like, oh, he was talking about Liv. He was talking about Liv. And it's like, you know, I'm not going to say he was actually talking about Liv, but it would be funny if he was directing it at Liv. And like, it's not like a real story anyway, but it's like, it'd be funny if he was just directing it at Liv. Like, I would actually laugh if that was an actual thing. Not a real story, but like, he was just like, going, no, haha, Liv, we were friends, and like I used you in a story that's not real.
And they're friends in real life. They're cool. So
yeah.
My question: do you think they're dating in real life?
No, because like last time I heard, like I don't like to get too personal, but like I heard that she was with Bo Dallas. I don't know if she's still with Bo Dallas, but like, yeah, like so I don't like so her and MJF wouldn't. And also, he's engaged to some other chick.
Yeah. No, the only reason I asked that because I know all that knowledge, but the
Mhm.
Sammy Guevara thing, he was engaged, and like Mela was married, so weirder things have happened. So
Yes, but here's the thing:
yeah,
Sammy is a true dick. I think MJF is a dick only on TV.
yeah,
Like, so I don't think he would do that. And speaking of Sammy Guevara, we go to the Sammy Garcia colloquialism, whatever the fuck this is. So
gauntlet match basically. Fuck it.
yeah, Ricky beats both of the two, Matt Menard and Daddy Magic or whatever, beats the shit out of them in like 5 seconds. Sammy Guevara, it's weird that Sammy Guevara is growing facial hair and it's not coming in like a normal person. It feels like he's a 5-year-old boy finally getting his hair, and it's like, what? Like, why do you think this is cool? He's like, I got facial hair. It's like, no, you don't. You have like stubble. What are you talking about?
I don't know if you noticed this. He's
Mm-hmm.
not a normal person.
Yeah, and he's trying to like, I guess he's trying to grow it because like he wants to be more healer, and I'm like, whatever.
And to be honest, I don't think he actually grew that. I think he like shaved his fucking pubic hair and like glued it onto his face.
He might have. So Garcia's wrestling Starks, and Starks goes on the outside, and Chris Jericho does the Chris Jericho thing, and I know people are like, no, that's not a Chris Jericho. This is a Chris Jericho thing. He does it everywhere. He literally puts on a mask, goes into some crowd, and then hits a person. This is a Chris Jericho trope. This isn't some weird thing. It's so weird.
Remember when he was in the crowd in WWE and came out as Sin Cara?
Yes, he did it in New Japan. Like that. This is what fucks me up. It's like he does this everywhere. I think he even did it in WCW.
Probably it's I want to say like Hoovy or something.
Yes. Like, this is not new. This is a thing. And it was so funny that like the announcers had to pretend, what happened? Did that guy bump into him? What happened? And it's like, we all know. And Tabs kept trying to dance around it. Was like, no, it looked like a Judas effect. I don't know.
Tony knew all along though.
Yes. And you want to know what the weirdest part after this was?
What?
Garcia gets the win. Jericho takes off his mask and his shirt, and Jericho's hyping up the crowd like, yeah, let's go. And it's like, you know that you're a heel, right? He's like, yeah. Spinning his shirt around like, woo. I'm like, you're a heel. He doesn't know it. I'm like, you're a fucking heel. I was so baffled.
This company, like I'm blaming the company. Yes, like they don't know who's the heel, who's the face. Because like going back to the Saraya and Tony Storm thing, they should be the faces.
Yeah, this is so weird. So then we get the Acclaim backstage with Daddy Ass, and Daddy Ass said, I love all 4 of them equally. So instead of me going out there, I'm going to stay in the back. And Max Caster's looking like, okay. And Anthony Bowens is like, has his look on his face like, you're going to fuck us, aren't you? Like, he just has this look. He's like,
I noticed that too, but I didn't get that vibe. What I got is they're going to fuck him up.
That's what should have happened. They do the scissoring, and then like we go to the next segment. So the next segment is Bryan Daniels is in the trainer's room with Takeshita, and he's like, dude, I have a match in a minute. So the door locks, and the door is locked shut, and Bryan can't get out. So then they hear Rush's music. Rush comes out, and MJF comes out, and he tells Aubrey, count! He's not coming out of here. Count! And then Bryan breaks the door, and this is what fucks me up about this. He breaks the door with his bad shoulder and still comes out. I'm like, that was a really bad move.
Yeah. And now you're even more pain.
Yes, but what happened after that was actually really fucking sexy because that match, Roosh versus Bryan Danielson, great. It's fucking great, spectacular. And Bryan got busted open, which pissed me off. I was like, I hate when people just bleed and blood and this shit. Roosh licked up Bryan's blood. I'm just like, dude, it's 2023. Stop. That is fucking disgusting.
Yes.
And then like one spot that was like pretty cool because it happened. Bryan got German suplex off of the fucking ring by Roosh, and the blood splattered right on the camera. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I actually like that. Like, I hate blood, but like that one spot was like, he's actually busted open. That's nice. I like it. So after this hellacious match, Bryan beats Roosh. He beats Roosh. And then here comes MJF to start some more shit. And it's like, this guy has been all over the TV, and he's just like, he hasn't done anything that's like noteworthy to like Bryan. He puts him in a fucking the submission after he knocks him out, and I'm like, you haven't done nothing to make me think that like you're definitively just gonna beat Bryan, because like it's a 60-minute Iron Man match. You're not definitively gonna beat Bryan. Like, what the fuck?
I don't feel like he is. I feel like this is Bryan's time. But he's kind of sad in a way because like MJF like does deserve like a long term. But whatever.
Yeah, but here's a story that like a couple people have came up with, and I'm still trying to figure this shit out too. Is if MJF wins, who is the face of the company to challenge MJF? Who is the face that's going to step up and challenge him? Who's the guy? Who's going to be the guy that's going to fucking step up and challenge MJF? Who's the face?
It's obvious, like his arch rival.
Who?
Wheeler Yuta. Obviously, I'm joking. I had no idea.
If that was the thing, they should just close down the company.
Because that man has no personality to be in like the fucking main event. No, yeah. I have no idea.
So somebody was saying like AEW needs like a superstar face, because WWE has like Cody and Sammy, and the person just goes like immediately goes, AEW should steal somebody from WWE. Wait, no, they shouldn't. That's the wrong terminology. They should get somebody from WWE. It's like, no, bro, you just gave the game away. Like, you literally just gave your game away. You gave you basically just sold everything that she was gonna say, like right there. And like after that, I just stopped
listening. After that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like they do need a face. They do need a face. So then we get the Impractical Jokers crossover tie-in with Jericho. They still is bad or whatever. So
what's the bat's name? Floyd or some shit?
Yeah. So then we get a match that everybody was like, oh my God, we're coming. Oh my God. It was Top Flight Security and AR Fox versus the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. And once again, people will say the same shit that they always say every time I say this. You're a Young Bucks hater. I always have to preface this with, they do not wrestle my style of tag team wrestling, so I do not fucking suck their dicks like everybody else. And I have to say this because, like, I know me saying this doesn't mean for shit, because everybody in the fucking wrestling world always goes, oh, the Young Bucks are the best tag team ever. They're the best tag team ever. And every time they say that, and when I say something, they always say, you're a fucking hater. You're a piece of shit. The Bucks are great. I always have to preface this with a fucking thing that a lot of people seem to forget about every fucking thing in the whole entire universe. Everything in the whole entire universe. And I want you people to sit down and really analyze what I'm about to say. Art is fucking subjective. So is wrestling. Yep. I do not like the Young Bucks wrestling style. I don't like shit about their wrestling style. I am not a fan of their wrestling style. That's not mine. I don't like it. I like nothing about what they do. They do not do anything for me. They do not check any boxes on my list of tag teams. I don't give a fuck what you people say about they're the best. Art is subjective. I do not. Some things I fall on the same line as you. This is not one of them. I do not give a fuck about these guys.
Yeah, I like that style, but I've never really been a fan of the Bucks. So I guess I'm a hater, but whatever.
Like, the match was, like, I don't even gonna say the match was okay because the match was like, what the fuck ever. And they won because, like, AR Fox was just countering everything, making everything look so good, countering Kenny's everything. And Kenny won with a fucking roll-up. And it was like, oh, wow, that's how they won the match. Just by the teeth of their pants. Okay, cool. Yay.
That roll-up seemed like awkward, too.
Yeah. So then we get Stokely halfway, and he's talking shit about Hook. And Hook walks up behind him. He's like, hey, buddy. And Hook grabs his arm and was like, next time you got something to say about me, just say it to my face. He's like, oh, okay.
You said say it to my face. I got a weird flashback in my head with fucking Alex Riley.
Yes. One day he will be back. I promise. One day. So then we get to the main event. This did not go down the way I thought it was going to go down. If it would have went down the way I thought it would have went down, I'd have probably been more happy. Like, I'd have, like, not even happy that it happened, but happy that it's like, it wasn't as bad as this. It was, so the referee gets knocked down, and we're like, okay, Billy Gunn's coming out. Billy Gunn's going to probably let the Guns win. Okay, bet. Nah. Billy comes out. Billy gets hit by the fucking belt by the Guns. And it's like, okay, maybe that was a swerve, right? He took a swerve belt shot. No. So
sometimes that happens, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Maybe that's happening. Like, nope, that's not what happened. So then the match goes, and then the Guns use a belt shot on Anthony Bowens. 1, 2, 3. New champions, the Guns. I'm like, that was bad.
That was real bad.
Yeah. And the crazy part about this is, like, 6 months ago, I literally was like sucking AEW's dick for, you have so many tag teams. You have so many great tag teams. And like this great tag team division, I'm looking at what's left in the tag team division. You put the titles on the Guns. This is what this tag team division has become. This is it. This is the tag team division. You need to restart all over. Like all of those great tag teams that they had, fucking showing off and doing all those great stuff, you're just left with the Guns. Guns are the tag team champions.
Like reevaluate the situation. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and it's like I don't know what, like, I can't even put into words what has been happening to AEW, because it's like AEW was like great. They were doing all of this cool shit. Every like 6 months, it was like a revamp of a fall off. And it was like, okay, this was so great. Well, 6 months later, it is totally opposed to what it was. Well, maybe it's nope. Another 6 months is even worse than that. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like in the women's division was supposed to be coming up like, oh, we're going to do something great. Now you have this fucking story with Tony and Saraya. Jamie Hayter's your champion. Yes, that's great. Jamie's your champion. That's the best part of it. Everything else is just like, well, that sucks. The world title picture. Yes, we have MJF versus Bryan Danielson, but at the same time, once that's over, where do you go? Like, this is just like a complete shit show. Like, And I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the Punk thing. I mean, he might come back, but at the same time, it's like, what happened to AEW? It's like something is just missing and gone, and it's like I can't even explain where it went and what happened.
Like fall from grace, if you will.
Yes, that's just so. It's just so weird. I'm like, this is a company where I would be like, okay, yeah, I could pick out like 10 great things that I like about this, and now it's like I'm only picking out 2, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? So that was AEW Dynamite. So then we start off Monday Night Raw with the freakiest of freaks. I swear to God, like this was the freakiest shit ever. So it starts off with Edge and Beth Phoenix. Edge runs out. Beth Phoenix is standing there. Edge runs out, smacks Beth on the ass, runs to the right side, runs back, jiggle, 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 runs to the left side. Then they walk up a little, and he rubs her ass, and Beth was like, hey, watch what all the grab ass. And he's like, what? He's like, what? I'm just saying. It's so that he is such a fucking freak. Like, what?
I was gonna say I told my girl that would be us. She was like, yeah, and I scold you just like Beth too.
Dude, like it was so fucking hilarious. Like Edge is a freak. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but like Edge is a freak, bro.
I mean, Beth's a beautiful woman though, so
yeah, I know, but like control yourself, Adam.
He has no self-control.
Apparently not. So Edge and Beth are out and they're talking about fighting the Judgment Day. And he said, and this is what's funny that I never thought about this. Edge said, I wanted to do something with the Judgment Day and make them better. And he ran down everything that's going on with the Judgment Day right now. And it's like, yo, he's right. He's right. Like, he's right. Rhea's better. Like, Dom's better. Damien's better. Finn's better. All of them are better. Like, what the fuck? He's right. He's fucking right.
Funny part, he didn't acknowledge Dom, but he did make Dom better.
Yes. So then Judgment Day comes out, and Edge said something that made me laugh because a lot, like he even says like how old it was just by preferences. It made me laugh because I know exactly what it is, and it was funny. Finn comes out in a tracksuit and he calls him Jamiroquai, and some of the fans were like, "What?" And he says, "He's like, that's right. Just go look it up." And like, I'm laughing because he even tells the kids to go look it up, which means like they have no idea who Jamiroquai is. And I'm just like, oh my God, that is so funny. And he even said futuristic insanity, which made me laugh even harder. That's the song that Jamiroquai is famous for. Oh my God.
He said that shit. I was like, dude.
Yeah, it was so funny. So then we get a little fight that breaks out. The Street Profits come down and help. Montez Ford scares the shit out of Dom, where he runs in the ring and he gets glam slammed, and Beth is holding him up and he's screaming mommy, and behind him is a sign that said Eddie is Dom's real father. That is so
the timing to that like picture, like I seen the picture of it online, was impeccable. Like it was fucking awesome. Like what the fuck.
That's another thing of perfect frame.
Yes.
And there was a QR code in the crowd. The funny thing about it is like the QR code is in the crowd. No one scanned the QR code. Like I lied to you not, like no one has said what the QR code meant, but it was there as a strategic thing. And I'm like, why has no one said exactly what it meant? Because I don't think anybody, like the segment was so fun that no one was like, oh shit, there's a QR code. Let me click that. But it was there, and like I don't know what it means. It's probably going to lead to something eventually, but whatever.
I feel like those type of things should be like in throwaway segments or whatever, like a backstage thing or whatnot. Like, this was fun. Like, you don't put it here. We're not paying attention to anything around.
Yeah, it's like, it's not that segment. Like, doing something later.
Yeah.
So then we get Dawkins. I lied to you not. Dawkins versus Damian Priest. It was Dawkins does the pounce, and he pounced Priest completely over the fucking table, damn near in the front row. Priest was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like,
people sleep on him now.
Yes, and Priest gets the win, and because he got the win in the way that Dawkins was so dominant here, I was like, I think my theory is through. I mean, true. I think it's true. I really do.
Yeah.
The one that I said last week, I think is true. Because it feels like this is how it's manifesting. Like, I have one more pick for the chamber, which is next week, so it may change by next week, but like I have one more pick. When we get to that spot later on, I'll talk about it. So then we get my favorite person, Maxine Dupree, signing a contract with her and the Maximum Male Models to be part of Raw. And then we get Chelsea Green, who wants to speak to her manager because of some chocolates that hasn't been put in her room. I like Swiss chocolate because when I was in the Swiss, I liked it. And I was like, okay. This Karen gimmick has got to go. It's got to go.
Basically, like,
yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like so stupid. Like, I just want to talk to the manager. It's like, why? Who gives a shit? Like, this is, like, the Karen thing is so outdated. Like, this is like so 2021. It's like we're in a whole nother level, dude. It's like, cut it the fuck out.
I appreciate her getting beat up though later.
Yes. So then we have Dexter Lumis versus Bartender Cabron. And Dexter Lumis beats Bartender Cabron. He beats him down 1, 2, 3. And then we get the MILF. And the MILF is ready for a fight. The MILF is ready to beat down Becky Lynch. And she's ready to hurt her. And she's ready to beat her in a cage. And I'm going to beat you, Becky. And you're going to feel it. I mean, not Becky, Bailey. You're going to beat your ass. And you're going to feel it. Yes. And I was like, okay. Like, I don't, like, you don't really need to hype me on certain segments. It's like, all right, yeah, no, it's coming. Like, I don't really give a shit. Whatever. So.
I think the match was going to be okay. Like, you didn't have to tell me all that
exactly. Shit. So then we get Cowboy Brock, and he comes out and says, Bobby who? Bobby who? Who? Yeah, that's right, Bobby Lashley, that one guy. And Brock starts to say, I've been thinking about you all the time, Brock. I mean, Bobby, I've been thinking about you here. I've been thinking about you there. I've been thinking about you. When I'm laying in bed with my wife, after 4 or 5 hours, I think about you. Like, okay, well, he's going for 4 or 5 hours. Good for him.
At least he thought about it, because like if you're thinking about Bobby Lashley while you're with your wife, like something's wrong with you.
Yes.
Something wrong with you or something wrong with her.
Basically. So he tells Bobby, I have $1 million contract for me versus you at Elimination Chamber. And Bobby says, yo, I beat the shit out of you here, there, and everywhere. You can't do shit about it. So Brock,
did you notice he was talking about my lawyer needs to see this, my manager needs to see this. Like, that to me is like a hint to something like that's gonna happen later on and whatever. That's been hinted at for a while. So I don't know if we talk about it now or later, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
But like Brock F5s him twice and that's it. And just moves on. So then we get Candice LeRae, and Candice LeRae is there, and Johnny shows up, and Dexter Lumis is there. And Dexter Lumis gives her a drawing. And she's like, the whole family's here, even Quill. And then she's like, wait, who is that? And Dexter Lumis points to Nikki Cross. And they're like, wait, what? And it's like, finally, you fucking acknowledge that Nikki Cross has been everywhere that Candice has been. And Nikki gets caught and she's like, you see me? And runs off.
Does she think she's John Cena? Like, you can't see her?
Yeah.
Like, I see her most of the time.
Yes, that's the problem. And it was funny how many people online was like, wait, she's been behind her the whole time? What the fuck? It was so weird because a lot of people they watch the show but just don't pay attention to the show. And it's like, she's been there the whole time. Like every time a Candice segment, Nikki has been there. And a lot of people was like, wait, what? And then somebody actually had to do a timeline of look, it's been happening. This isn't new. They were like, wait, what? You're like, oh shit. I'm like, wow, WWE does do stuff. And it's like, yeah, you just don't pay attention.
Basically.
So then we had the four-way. Piper Niven, Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, and Carmella. And I like this match because Piper was kicking ass in this match. She was kicking ass. And she's a star. She's a star. Once they let her be her and let her do some cool shit, it's like she could be a star.
Thank God they dropped that name.
Exactly. Triple H sees the vision and he knows what's up. So it's like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So then Carmella gets the win. So Carmella goes into the four-way. So then we go backstage. And once again, a perfectly framed thing because MVP is talking to Cedric and Shelton Benjamin behind Bartender Cabron and JBL. And JBL tells Bartender Cabron, you're a bitch. You keep losing. Why the fuck am I here with you? You're a fucking loser. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. And just leaves. And I'm just like, thank God this is fucking over.
Is it I don't think it's I think it's over, yeah, but not quite yet. I think it's gonna be the point where fucking Corbin beats the shit out of JBL, turns on him. He's gonna ask for one more chance, and then he's gonna get him.
Yeah, I hope that happens. So then we get Piper Niven yelling at Candice LeRae and Mia Yim. And I forget that Candice LeRae and Mia Yim are supposed to be a tag team, probably going for the tag team title soon. And Piper says, you two stay out of my way. You cost me the championship, but I'm going to get you too. It's like, okay. All right.
All right, whatever. Keep it moving.
Yeah. So we get the Hurt Locker business reunited, kind of, versus the Alpha Academy. And the Hurt Locker business gets the win over the Alpha Academy. So, yeah. It's happening. Yeah, it's happening. So, yeah, I think that the Bobby Lashley thing is MVP. MVP is that guy.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. He may not be the lawyer, but he's the manager.
Yes. So then we get The Miz talking shit about Adam Pearce and Rick Boogs. And he's talking so much shit, Rick Boogs come out and Rick Boogs like, well, I beat you last week. Ha ha! And then Miz starts talking more shit about Adam Pearce. And Pearce says, well, next week, since you lost your suit, you could wrestle in your wrestling gear because you're going to wrestle Boogs next week. Oh, man. And then here comes goddamn Chelsea Green. I would like a match. You're the manager around here, so you better fix it. And he's like, all right, I'll give you a match. Yeah, you just go to the ring. I'll give you a match. I got you. So, the thing that actually fucking weirded me out about this was Asuka comes out to the ring. And she's taking on Chelsea Green. Great. But then all of a sudden, Liv Morgan's there. Natalya, Nikki Cross, and Raquel Rodriguez. And it's like, where the fuck did they come from?
I feel like they came out from the crowd because, like, where did the fuck did they come from? Like, you know, it had to be in the crowd.
It had to be. Like, they just popped up. Like, Asuka beat the shit out of Chelsea Green, and then Bianca Belair shows up. And Bianca Belair says, yeah, like, I don't care which one of y'all win, but at WrestleMania, I'm going to beat all y'all. And I feel like the cameraman, we all owe the cameraman a couple of dollars. We all owe the cameraman because that was a very respectful thing he did. Thank you, cameraman. And if you know, you know.
Like, make a fucking GoFundMe for this man.
Yes, if you know, you know. So here is where it went off. And this, so I knew that Paul Heyman was coming because I knew Paul Heyman was coming. I didn't know this was happening. Like, I knew he was going to talk to Cody. I just didn't know this was happening. This was so good that I literally, every AEW hater said the same exact, well, not hater, I mean AEW lover, WWE hater, said the same exact thing when they saw this promo. Was like, so they just sold that whole entire pay-per-view in like 10 minutes, right? That whole entire WrestleMania is sold in 10 minutes. Nobody's thinking about fucking Sammy. Like, this was so good because Cody Rhodes comes out and Cody Rhodes starts talking about the WWE title, starts talking about him going for the title. And this is one of the good things about what he said, because he starts talking about the title and he's like, yeah, but Roman has a match with Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. So it might not even be me versus Roman. It might be me versus Sami Zayn. So me versus Sami or me versus Roman, whoever it's going to be. But Sami, I hope you win. But whoever I'm going to face, I'll see you at WrestleMania. And then all of a sudden, Paul Heyman comes out. Heyman is talking to him. And Cody goes, well, since you're out here, my brother, my father had names for you, but I just simply call you Mr. Heyman. And I'm going to shoot for the hip. Like, do you mind if I shoot for the hip? And Paul was like, yeah, sure. So he tells this story about how Dusty Rhodes was broke and doing car commercials just for the car. And then he said, my father was broke and he didn't have any money and he was going through stuff. And his confidence was broken. Then he got a call from you. And you said you wanted him to work with Steve Corino. And you said you would pay him. And I actually thought he was going to say Paul Heyman didn't pay him. But Paul Heyman did. Yeah, that fucked me up. I was like, oh, he actually did pay him. And he said he thanks him because he gave his dad his confidence back. And immediately you can see Paul Heyman get choked up because Paul Heyman is such a big fan of Dusty and he loves Dusty. He got choked up. So Paul Heyman shoots from the hip. And Paul tells him about Dusty creating the fucking performance center and all of his kids and everybody that he had. And Roman was one of his kids. And he tells Cody how proud Dusty is of him. He said, Dusty always said, he's my favorite son. But if I had to choose, Roman would be my favorite son. And at that point, I was like, wow, that's fucked up. And this was the line that fucking sold the pay-per-view to me. Cody said, he walks up to him and he shakes his hand. And he says, listen, this wasn't personal. But now you just made this personal. And I'm going to take the belts personal. This is it. And I was like, yes, he said, I'm going to take it personally. And when he said that to Paul Heyman and got in his face, you could hear the crowd immediately just like, oh, we're all going to WrestleMania, right? We're all going to WrestleMania. Like, every one of us is going, right? we're all going. Because this promo was so fucking good. Like, I forgot there was a rest of the show, and I forgot there was an Elimination Chamber. Because it's like, fuck, like, now I just want to see Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. Like, I don't even give a fuck about the Sammy thing. Like, and it's so many people that said the same thing, was like, after this promo, like, I did not really care about the Sammy thing. Like, oh yeah, Sammy's gonna fight for the title, like Sammy's over, but at the same time, it's like, no, this sold the fucking show to me. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, how did you feel coming out of this? Like, because, like, to me, it was just like, I can't wait to WrestleMania now.
No, exactly. Like, doing this podcast, I actually thought this was the end of the show. So, like, I thought this was the end segment. That's how good that was. Like, even talking about it, it feels like that. But
yes.
like, yeah, like I'm gonna love the Sammy versus Roman match, but like, we all know how that's gonna end, though. So, like, Cody versus Roman, that might not end the way people think. Like, Roman might have another opponent that night or the next night, depending when they do it. Because I'm not sure this is night one.
Yeah, like this, like, it's so many things they can do at WrestleMania, and it's just like, wow, like this is one of the things where it's like, you immediately like, oh, the story's gonna finish at WrestleMania. If the story finishes, they have a million other stories they can tell. But if the story doesn't finish, like, you still have a million stories you can tell. This is one of the weirdest things. Like, WWE has like never been in this predicament where they are fucking red hot. And it's like not even just like normal fucking people. Like, everybody in wrestling is like, you know what? I'm actually checking out WrestleMania. I'm checking out this show. It's red fucking hot. And it's like, it's insane. Like, this has never happened in like every other year. It's like, oh, we're going to the show. We're going to this, whatever. This year, it's like a whole nother level. It's like, this is like NXT on steroids. It's like, yeah, like, no, this is great. Like, this is great shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm excited.
Yes. So then we have Montez Ford versus Elias. And Ford gets the win. Ford beats Elias. Now, Ford is in the Elimination Chamber. And Austin Theory was out there. And I have no idea where the fuck Seth Rollins came from. I don't know where the fuck he came from. Seth just showed the fuck up and just curb stomped Austin Theory. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? Where the fuck did he come from?
I'm gonna say it once again, the crowd. Like, that's the only logical, like, answer to that.
Yes. And the one thing that, like, once again, framing, you see Montez Ford and Theory is holding up the title, and they frame it like Ford Theory championship, and it's like, like I said last week, my theory was not Austin, but my theory is this: I think Ford is going to win, or Johnny Gargano. Like, those are my two picks.
You know what? I agree with those picks, actually.
Yeah, like, those two picks were like, they would make actually really fun. Like, Bronson Reed would be my third pick, but like I said, once again, that's the third pick. But it's like, it's so much they can do there. Like, it's so many places they can go. It's like, it works. Like, it fucking works.
I feel like Bronson just came back, though. Like, so did Johnny, but Johnny been there like a smidge bit longer. So, like, they probably won't give it to Bronson. I could be wrong about that. Like, you know, WWE's been weirdly, like, optimistic nowadays. They're, like, doing good shit. So they probably do it. I wouldn't be, like, upset with any one of them winning it.
Yeah. Like, the only one I would be kind of upset with would be Damian Priest, because it would be like, nothing against Priest, but like, it would just be going back to the same thing. Austin Theory winning would also be just going back to the same thing. But like everybody else that's in it, it's like it would be something new and fresh. And especially like if he puts it on Johnny or Ford, like I said last week, you have the Ford versus Dawkins things. You could do it at WrestleMania. You could have Johnny versus any fucking body at WrestleMania. Bronson Reed coming out of it looks like a fucking beast monster and just destroy somebody where you'd be like, who's going to take the title off of him? And you could build up off of that. Like, there's a lot of things you can do out of this championship match. But, like, I just don't want them to return to, like, what they see as normal. It's like, oh, Austin Theory or, like, Priest or, like, I don't even remember who the other person is in this fucking match. That's the bad part. Who's the other person?
Damian Priest, Montez Ford, Austin,
Johnny Gargano,
Priest. One more person.
Yeah, like I don't know who that other person is. Like the fuck? That's weird. And that person is so irrelevant that they're not in this. It's like, what the fuck? Seth Rollins. God damn, Seth Rollins, is that irrelevant? Damn, like, yeah, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the funny part is, like, we know what Seth Rollins' match at WrestleMania is, so that's why we're not even counting him. And we know what Austin Theory's match at WrestleMania is. So, like, we're not counting both of them.
So, and, like, the way they have it framed, right? It shouldn't be Austin, it shouldn't be Seth, and it shouldn't be Priest.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good chance it could be Ford, Johnny, or Bronson.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And, like, the reason, like, I'm not okay with the latter three winning it is because, like, all three of them, like, got better shit to do. Like, fucking Priest, like, I feel like he could be a tag team champion, you know? Then once his whole Judgment thing is over, he could be, like, a world champion.
Oh, of course. So, then we get to the main event. And once again, this is something that I was privy to beforehand, was like, yeah, this person is coming out. And I was like, oh, why? And then, like, it makes sense. But then it also lengthens the storyline in a way. So here's what happened. It's Becky versus Bayley in a cage. Cage match is going. And Becky is about to get beat up by Damage Control. But all of a sudden, here comes Lita. Lita comes back, and Lita helps out Becky. And Becky gets the win. 1, 2, 3. So now, Lita's helping Becky, which now turns into a 6-woman at Elimination Chamber, which is Damage Control versus Becky, Lita, and Trish.
Okay.
So that's happening. So that makes me think that Becky and Bayley are going to have another one-on-one at WrestleMania. And I don't know how I feel. I feel like this is another, like, it's a long, drawn-out story. And I'm like, But there's nothing else for either one of them to do at WrestleMania. Like, there's nothing for Becky. It's a big match. There's nothing for Bayley that's a big match at WrestleMania. This seems like the only big match for both of them.
Yeah, it works. So
Yeah, like
it's part of it too, but it's fine.
Yeah, because like I really would want them to do something totally different, but it just feels like they have nothing else to do but that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because like that's the only thing left. I'm just like, all right. It's not going to be a bad match. It's going to be a pretty good match, probably. But it's like,
I'm just going to say, like, them on a regular basis is like awesome, but then WrestleMania, you know, everyone turns it up at WrestleMania. It's going to be fucking epic. So
yeah. So like I wish they had like other stuff to do, but like, yeah, no, them going together would be perfectly fine. Because like everybody else has stuff to do. I think Asuka is probably going to wind up facing Bianca, which would be dope. We got Rhea versus Charlotte. So now we got Becky versus Bailey. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Like, what's that? 3 women matches?
Like WrestleMania, and also Ronda and Shayna versus the tag champ.
Yeah.
Like all of this is spinning out to like a great WrestleMania so far. Like everything that's been predicted that's like falling into the categories is like, oh, like this makes sense. This makes sense. This also makes sense. This also makes sense. Okay, yeah, this is it's working. It's working.
Do you think Hunter's like side note? Do you think Hunter's gonna do like the battle royal at WrestleMania, the women's and the Andre one?
I really hope not, because like they didn't do it last year, so I hope he just like totally forgets about it and was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do other things. Like I'm just gonna do other things at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, the Battle Royal is like, oh, this is just to get everybody on the card type thing. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, I don't want to see that. If you're going to do that, at least do the multi-person bullshit matches where, like, you have, like, 4 ways and, like, triple threats. If you're going to, like, slam everybody on a card. If you really want to be honest and have like a good, sexy, like really sexy card, you just give all of the top people WrestleMania matches. Don't do any battle royals. Just give all of the good people WrestleMania matches, and people will be like, okay, this is a very sexy card.
Yeah.
Like one thing that they could do on the men's side, and it would kind of be redundant if you're trying to like squeeze everybody in this. It would be redundant because it's like, okay, you do Elimination Chamber, that's for the U.S. title. But at WrestleMania, you do like a ladder match for the U.S. title. That would kind of, like I said, that would kind of be redundant because like we just did a multiple thing for that title. But that would be a way to squeeze some people into the card. Like,
true. As long as it's not the same people who are in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Like, so they would have to, like I said, if they just went really sexy and was like, no, this is what we're doing. And also, there's 2 nights. Like, everything we said, like, all these matches, it's like at least 6 matches. That's 1 night. You have no idea what's going to be on the second night. So, like, you have to go all the way back up and down the card because you got the tag title match. You got the Intercontinental title match we talked about. The tag team title, the women's tag team title match. Both women's titles match. The IC and the US title match. We have all of that, and we have the 2 guest spot matches. So that's 9 matches over 2 nights. You definitely have time for a Bray Wyatt match. Who else? Like a bunch of other people can have matches. Like I said, if you do it correctly and space out match, and just like real deep matches, like no one's gonna complain. No one's gonna be like, "Oh, this is a fucking wild ass, dumbass." Like WrestleMania, people are literally going to be like, I think this might be one of the best WrestleManias in the world.
Randomly, and like I'm going to mention 3 people, and one of them already like apparently has a match like set and whatever, but I kind of want a match between Logan Paul, who apparently already has a match, and Seth Rollins, him versus Bad Bunny versus Pat McAfee. I don't know why. To me, it's a dream match.
Because they're all celebrities that can wrestle. And here's where I can set that up and make you feel like, that makes sense. Because SummerSlam just got officially announced in, I think it's Nashville or some big-ass dome. Ford Field. It's Ford Field in Chicago. Big-ass fucking open space. Now, you have a big-ass open space. What the fuck do you do with that big-ass open space? You gotta throw some sexy matches that people are gonna run down to get. One of those sexy matches is exactly what you said. They will run down for that match. That match with Pat McAfee versus Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny. You throw that out there, Bad Bunny already is a multi-platinum, world-changing star. Logan Paul, social media star. Pat McAfee, everybody in wrestling loves him. Throw that match at SummerSlam. Oh, there you go. People are flocking there. So that's a good thing about having that, because it's like, okay, you have this huge ass SummerSlam coming up in this huge ass arena. You already said what match you're looking forward to. Instead of putting it on WrestleMania, put it in SummerSlam, the big number 2 show.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Plus, it will help get more eyes onto the product. Fans of these guys. So
exactly, and I don't know if Sammy versus Cody would work at SummerSlam. I don't know if that would work at SummerSlam, because I don't know how Sammy is going to be after this. Because if he's locked in the tag titles, if he's locked in a tag team position, I'm telling you immediately what I want. Lock him in a tag team position. And I said this last year. Give me Sammy and Kevin versus Johnny and Ciampa. I want that.
Yeah.
I want that. And if I don't get that, the second dream tag team match, and I know people will be like, that's not happening. Give me Sammy and Kevin versus FTR.
Either one of those can happen, right?
Yeah.
And they can't happen. That could actually happen.
Yeah, and even one of those two things set up as a tag team match at SummerSlam, it's just definitely just nut. And even if you go with Kevin and Sammy versus Johnny and Ciampa, you can go with the new version of the Usos versus FTR, and it would still be all right, well, this is just sexy tag teams right here. There would be no win. Everybody in wrestling would be yo, we're just getting fed just so much good shit. This is what I mean. This is at the point of time where we're just yeah, a lot of cool shit is about to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on a weird, nice, sexy road to WrestleMania. And also, one thing that I totally forgot to mention, we don't know Jay White's status. We don't know Hikaleo's status until Saturday, where one of them loses. We don't know if one of them is actually going to leave. And if
that match hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, it happens on Saturday. And if Jay White is the person that leaves, and he's yeah, I'm going to sign the WWE, that opens up a whole new can of worms for WWE, because it's you have somebody that's an amazing wrestling, amazing heel, and his style fits perfectly with WWE. And it's you're going to throw this guy into a fucking Shark Tank with a million prizes. And it's yeah, this is just going to be a fucking sexy year for WWE if they do this. And I know some people are well, what do you what about AEW? I mean, there's only one person that can save AEW, and it's not CM Punk. And it's a person that's been there, and until he's officially cleared, which he keeps saying he's not officially cleared, but until he's officially cleared and he's in the ring and taking bumps and is back to normal, it's Steve Dorsey. I swear to God, you put Steve Dorsey in a great position, he'll take that fucking company to new heights. I'm not even joking.
Put him in a fucking title scene. I don't care what title scene. Put him in a title scene. You put him in the fucking TNT title scene, even though that belt right now doesn't mean shit, he'll make it mean something. He wins that shit, he'll make it mean something. It will get prestige again.
Exactly. And I know people even say little shit behind the scenes, oh, this person didn't like him, this person didn't like him, and this person didn't like him. So why would he go back to WWE? I'm not gonna lie, if they even offered him money and he went back to WWE, that would be another game changer. And so before we go, I have to address this, and I know it's a nothing story. But last time I did address it, and this time it came up out of nowhere, and I have to address it. So the Young Bucks usually change their header to like bullshit and shit. They literally said, "We have a few months left. We have no idea what's next." And it's like, okay, like to be honest, I know that you're not going to leave AEW, but the fact that this is the second time they've teased leaving, it's like this is the second time. Like 3 times a charm. If they do it a third time, then I have no choice but to say there's a big chance they're leaving. Now the chances went from like 10% of them leaving to 25. We're at 25% of them leaving AEW. I don't know if it's gonna happen. If they leave, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna suck the Young Bucks' dick when they go to WWE." No, I'm actually just saying they should stay in AEW. That's what I'm saying.
They leave, like, AEW's more than done, pretty much. Like, all they need to do is lose Kenny, and they lost all their forefathers. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, they have always said that if they leave, all of them are leaving together. So if they leave together, then, you know, that's not, I'm not saying it's nail in the coffin, but I'm saying it's going to be one of those situations where it's going to be hard to recover from that. Like, no matter what happens, no matter what you get, it's going to be really fucking hard to recover. Like, that's the bad part. It's going to be really fucking hard to recover. So, any last words from you on this week?
Great week of wrestling so far. So I love you guys.